Hey everybody, I'm back already because, believe it or not, we went to the flea market. Today is Sunday, and I wanted to show you what I got because what else am I going to make videos for? You got me. So I usually leave the big stuff for last, but you can see there's something right there. So I'm going to show you that guy first. He is the little, is it 36-inch bobblehead butler, animatronic butler, skeleton butler, which you're probably familiar with because it's not super old. I want to say they're sold at like CVS's and Walgreens, maybe. I'm not sure how old this one is. I think they first came out in 2014. I believe the skeleton one may have been a little later, but I did not pick this one up. My parents were actually at a yard sale a couple days ago, and my dad saw this and was like, gonna have to buy that for him. I think he paid $10. When I first got it, the mouth moved, but there was no sound. So he did require a little bit of work. Plus the arms were like jacked up, and the head was positioned in a weird way. So I did a little bit of just like fidgeting with that stuff. But I had to take the whole guy apart to get down to the central PCB and speaker area, which is kind of like in the midsection between the legs and the torso. You have to like get a lot of stuff out. But anyway, it actually ended up being a pretty quick fix. The magnet for the speaker had simply come loose and fallen off. So I super glued that back in. Sound works. Let's take a listen. I'm not sure how many different things it says.
I hope you will be hanging around for a very long time.
Well, there you go. He's got a nice little tuxedo. I think you could see most of that little bow tie there. I did have to take some super glue off of portions of the clothing to like get in where I need to get in, so I have to do a little bit of fix up there. But otherwise, he's looking good, and I got some candy on the tray and everything. I had it in demo mode. Normally, I believe it's when you like go to take candy. Probably when you touch that, the thing would go off. All right. So that was one of the cooler things. I didn't pick it up myself, obviously. I have a bag of other items here that I will show you. Nothing crazy. I mean, let's be honest. You know, the flea market isn't always great. But I picked up a few different things. I'll hold back the kind of like the big score. That was the physically the largest thing. But there's like the biggest score that I'll save for last. So I'll start with, I guess, some fairly dumb stuff. Got Final Destination, the Final Destination in 3D with it's sealed still, and says that it has the 3D glasses in there, and it has like, oh yeah, you could kind of tell it has the lenticular cover on the slipcase there. I think I had this at one point, and then maybe I gave it away in a Halloween bag or something, and I was like, I'll grab another one because it was like 50 cents. And then I got District 9 on Blu-ray, also sealed, also with a slipcase on there. It says it includes a digital copy, which may or may not work anymore, and God of War playable PlayStation 3 game demo. Unlock an exclusive making of the game. That's interesting. I don't know how much of that stuff actually works at this point, but that was that. And then I got a copy of Mystery Case Files Millionaire Nintendo DS. That was $1, which is probably the only reason I have like a little wet thing here to kind of clean stuff as I go. That was probably the only reason I got it, if I'm being honest. I don't know. Those of you who have watched videos for a long time know that last year, maybe not last year, at some point, I scored a 3DS for real cheap, like $10 at a yard sale. So now when I see DS or 3DS games cheap, even if they're not like super appealing to me, I'll pick them up because what the fuck. But it does have the inserts and the game. The actual booklet is in there. It's just underneath everything else. There's the actual booklet. And all the other goodies are in there as well. A lot of inserts. So, you know, for $1, what the hell? I'll check it out. I also jailbroke my my 3DS anyway, so I could have just downloaded the game if I really wanted to play it. Another game that I picked up here. This was free because I picked it up and I was like, "Ooh, this looks cool." Aliens versus Predator. It's a PC game, and I don't have high hopes of actually. I didn't have high hopes of actually being able to play the game. Although I did download something that allows me to play older PC games. But then I opened it, and this is what was inside. So the real game is not here, and instead we have a burned CD, which supposedly has the game on it. I haven't checked. And I saw that, and I was like, oh, yeah, forget it. It doesn't have the real game in there. And the guy's like, just take it. I'm like, all right, whatever. Why not? Just for the cover. It's cool. All right. Hard for me to pass stuff like this up when it's cheap. Just a little sealed Halloween jack-o'-lantern candle. You can't maybe tell from the positioning of that. There's a little pumpkin can. I think I have. I may somewhere even. I see these all the time. They're very like common one. I don't think they're worth anything, but I decided to grab one today. And then we got. This is like not really my style, but I was looking at it. And the woman whose table it was like, take it for $1? I'm like, ugh, why did you have to say $1? Now I have to buy it. So I was sort of forced into buying this because it was so cheap. But it is a Brins, BRINN''S, hand-painted porcelain bisque Halloween haunted house night lights. And it's, you know, in the box, and it's I haven't tested it, but it looks brand new, basically. And still had, like, the tissue paper and everything in there. And, you know, it's neat. It's just not really my style. It's a little too cutesy, kitschy, what have you. A little witch hanging there. See what I mean? It's a little on the cutesy side. Not super vintage. I don't know exactly when this is from. There isn't any date on there. I suspect 2000s at some point. It just looks like that to me, but who knows. And, yeah. Like I said, I mean, it should work. It looks like it probably was never used or used only once in a while. I may sell this, if I'm being honest. I don't really sell a lot on, like, not really a big eBay seller. It's been a while since I've listed stuff. Usually these days when I'm buying things at the flea market or yard sales, I'm doing it for myself to keep. But I do every once in a while get to a point where I'm like, I have so much shit, I need to get rid of some of it, and I start selling things. This is highly likely going to be sold. This stuff is just like dumb little things that I could not leave behind. So, like this was $1. Little Return of the Jedi Star Wars plastic glass with some text on the back that explains it was from Pepperidge Farm. I know you can't read that, but It says C-3PO and R2-D2 with their Ewok escort, Wicket, in the Endor Forest. Enjoy Pepperidge Farm Star Wars cookies with your favorite beverage. There are 4 different ones in this series, and these aren't like just this one cup is probably like $3-4 on eBay. But again, it was just one of those things like, it's so cool, little plastic cup for $1. I'm taking it, not to sell, just to have. When I was buying the Blu-rays, I also saw some magnets that I just sort of put into the stack, and it sort of ended up being like free with the Blu-rays. But one of them was just this little dinosaur that looks like it might have been part of a puzzle or something that someone just like glued a magnet to. See what I mean? But it just brought me back. Like, there was a point where just dinosaurs, anything dinosaur as a kid, you know? It just brought me back, so I was like, yeah, whatever. I threw it in the pack. And then this, similarly, is like something, well, let me show you. We got Raphael, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, and, you know, upon first glance, looks like a magnet. There is a magnet on it, but it was actually, I don't know if you could see the hinge there, right there. It used to be the cover to a watch, and you'd like flip this up, and there'd be the little digital watch underneath. And then I guess it broke, and someone again just like glued a magnet to it. And I actually have somewhere, probably in one of my jars of stuff, I have like jars of little trinkets, and I have a Donatello one that still has the watch underneath. Or at least the face of the watch. I don't have the band anymore. If there ever was a band, I have to look at it to remember. But, you know, for free, essentially, I was like, yeah, that's cool. And then this is probably my favorite piece. And again, it's not like it's like super... you could get... There's a couple sellers on eBay that have this listed, usually with, like, other magnets. In fact, one person has, like, for $20 plus $5 shipping, there's a lot of 7 or 8 different Pizza Hut magnets, this being one of them. Sorry, I'm cleaning it up a little bit because it was a little sticky. But I saw this, I was like, that was actually the first magnet I saw, and I was like, yeah, gotta grab that. It's a, for great pizza, call, and then depending on where in the country you lived, the address and phone number would be different. But this one was for somewhere near me. And, yeah, just an old Pizza Hut coupon or a call card that you would stick on your fridge so you can, like, always have the number there. This has a 1996 copyright date on it, so I will go ahead and assume it was probably from around that time. All right. And the last thing, the very last thing, this is the big score that I mentioned. I'll just show it to you. It is a sealed, albeit a little damage to the seal, a sealed copy of Cocoon on Blu-ray. Still has the Best Buy sticker on there for $19.99. So you're probably wondering why this is the big score when it's just another Blu-ray. Why did I not show you this with the other Blu-rays that I got? Because this is out of print and goes for anywhere between $80 and $120, $130, depending on eBay or elsewhere. I'm not entirely sure how the broken seal will affect the price. I'm not sure of the people who buy them at that cost. I'm not sure if they're buying it to watch them, or like if they're buying them sealed to, like, you know, display. I'm not really sure. Like, if I'm being honest, I don't 100% understand that sort of collecting. Like when it's a sealed thing, I would be buying it to watch. But then there's like, you could watch it online, I think, or if not free, you probably could get it like pirated or something. But that, yeah, so that was the big one. I did kind of know about it. So I was very recently looking into Cocoon, and I was reading about how it was out of print, and I never like looked into how much they go for. But when I saw this in the box, I was like, oh, that's out of print. I should grab that. And then I was checking it out when I got home. I was like, oh wow, that's not. I was thinking maybe like $30. I wasn't thinking 80 to 130. So yeah, pretty cool score. That I will sell because, I mean, like I said, I don't understand that kind of collecting personally. I'm not really that kind of collector. If this were to stay in my possession, I would open it and watch it, and then, it would lose value probably. I don't know. That's everything, everybody. So not the craziest week, like I said, but some cool stuff. A little Butler, expensive Blu-ray, some Halloween goodies, some little Pizza Hut magnets. I don't know. I'll be doing this on occasion throughout the entire summer as I collect and buy things, and I'm not going to guarantee every week, but anytime I find some cool stuff. And as I always say, if you want to see everything, in case I don't make a video, I will always post pictures of stuff on like my Instagram, sometimes on Twitter, rarely on Facebook. If you want to see like pictures of stuff, probably Instagram or Twitter are the best places. All those links are in my description. So go ahead and follow me if you want to see that stuff. Otherwise, I will catch you guys next time. Don't forget, Retro Days, where I'm writing scripts. That channel is doing absolutely fantastic, so you could go check that out if you want. Bye. Breathe you good night.